I went to sleep too early, y'all. That shit fucked my whole shit up. I woke up at like one, like holy shit. So yeah, everybody sleeping except me.
Damn, you can't even talk loud.
Nah, man, everybody sleep. I can talk loud, but
Nah, don't get in trouble for that.
Please don't. We ain't that important to get kicked out or sleep on the couch for.
Child, he ain't get kicked out. He run that house. Tell him that.
Please.
Mm-hmm.
these kids run this motherfucker. I'm just
See?
glad I live here still.
There you go.
That's a Haiti man.
Has
He a
anybody
new
been
age
to
Haitian man.
Has anybody
He
been
ain't
to the
old school.
original carnival in Trinidad?
No, but I want to go. I haven't been, but I want to go. But I heard Trinidad is just so dangerous.
Trinidad doesn't have any.
Where are you going?
They said Trinidad is the most dangerous fucking destination next to Afghanistan.
No.
Nah, that's not fucking true.
Crazy.
Crazy when you say that. You said that beautiful, man. We had a great time.
They said it's the most dangerous place next to Afghanistan. I swear to God.
Oh, hell no, that's not true at all.
Fear-mongering. That's not true.
But real talk, the crime
Who's the white person that said
Trinidad is wild.
crime
man.
has increased though.
Trinidad is beautiful.
Trinidad's beautiful.
They be having travel warnings on Trinidad all the
They
time.
have
It's
warnings all the
beautiful,
time,
but damn.
Go to Brazil.
No.
That's where your ass to get bapped up as.
Now they said Trinidad is motherfucking like Afghanistan. I said, what? Afghanistan?
Brazil is way more dangerous.
Where'd you go in Brazil?
Rio, and I went to what's the? I think South. Yeah.
I had Sao Paulo too. That shit was crazy. That shit was different.
Was it like City of God?
Nah, that shit was like New York City. Sao Paulo was like going to any American major city I ever been to. So
That shit like New York in the 80s.
Yeah, man. That shit is like it's nothing like anything you would think it would.
Well, all I know is City of God is my part of reference for Brazil. That's it. And those were the slums. Trinidad has the slums too. You know, like I understand what you're saying. It's beautiful. There is a lot of corruption and there are slums, right? And so people will try to swindle you, but that's everywhere. Go to New Orleans.
Yeah, and there's
It's like,
yeah, that's true. And there's a lot more. There's a lot. There's like a big Indian culture.
yeah, of course. Indian are the whites there. Yep.
That's really crazy.
Yeah.
Because you talk to the native Trinis and they're like the Indian people party like in certain places and then they don't. There's some commingling, but there's not a lot.
A lot of them be mixed though too.
They do absolutely.
What they call them? Douglas?
Cooley or whatever. That's
Or
what my wife
Cooley.
is like that. She's
What do you
black and Indian.
Oh,
Coolies. Yeah, we call them coolies in Jamaica as well.
We went to this big giant party after we performed because we played out there. We went to this big giant party. It was like a big outdoor party. I forget the name of the venue, and it's like they got alcohol. You just paid like a price to get in, and then like all the alcohol is free.
That's lit.
Yeah, it was crazy. I don't know the name of the spot. It's been a while since we've been.
did you get to go to Tobago?
No, we didn't do Tobago. We just did Trinidad.
We tried to go to Tobago, but you know you have to fly there, and you go into the little airport, what have you, and all the seats were booked or whatever, so we weren't able to go. But if I ever go again, I would want to go for one carnival, so it's like February, I believe, time frame, and then I would want to make sure to go to Tobago as well.
You can take the ferry over there too, though.
So what?
You can take the ferry over there. You get on the boat.
Okay, yeah, by boat.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Oh, you went Haitian? You went over there?
Yeah.
I'm trying to hit.
See, we
Sorry,
also
one of them.
Yeah, everybody go wild. That's what I heard.
The carnival out
Nah,
there.
but Brooklyn, the crime rate has gone
higher than it is in Jamaica for sure. Like
Yeah,
Jamaica
but
is
just
nice as fuck.
the
compared
crime rate
to
in Jamaica's gone
Trinidad.
down.
I would
The
say that
crime
even
rate's the lowest in Jamaica that it has been in the last 20 years.
That's good. Why? Is it they got a new president or something? What's going on in Jamaica?
That's a good question. Actually, I don't know what the reason is, but it's we just everyone's getting along, I suppose. The only thing is that's on the up is you've got the Yahoo boy culture in Jamaica now.
What's that? I ain't never heard of that.
It's the fraudster boys from Nigeria. They're called the Yahoo boys.
The scammers. Are they got
Yeah, the
scammers in
scammers.
Jamaica?
Oh yeah, big time.
They scamming though.
So they're linking up. They're linking up with the scammers in Miami. So that's what. So in Jamaica now, you got a lot of
Probably Miami and New York, probably.
You got a lot of Ferrari, Lamborghini, Bugatti owners in Jamaica now, just driving around. And what happens is that they rob each other, and then there's a lot of killings around that. But apart from that, the crime rate's gone down.
The carnival I want to hit is Salvador Bahia, bro, in Brazil. It's different.
Carnival too. That shit.
But not real. Not real. Real carnival is that spectator. You looking at the show shit now. The Bahia one, because Bahia is the blackest town.
My
Bahia
friend
shit.
from St. Kitts and Nevis. Well, she's from St. Kitts, but they carnival be lit too. They probably just do a carnival tour in 1 year and just go to all of the motherfuckers. They all lit look like to me.
Yeah, I went to Myrtle Beach one time.
They got carnival on Myrtle Beach.
What are you talking about, man?
Like what?
There's plenty of state carnivals in states all over the place. DC, Maryland, they all have like Caribbean stuff, all that type of stuff.
Well, the one in New York is lit, of course. But we don't even refer to it as carnival. It's Labor Day. Shit, Labor Day.
Yo, that shit's gonna be crazy. I'm mad I ain't going this year.
But the one in Miami be lit too, though.
Brooklyn, we have one here too.
Yeah,
you get fucked with Vietnamese food.
Oh, where you at? What city y'all in?
You get fucked with Vietnamese food?
It's just like a street fest here. It ain't lit.
It's not nothing
You get
crazy.
fucked with Vietnamese food?
They don't really even do costumes here. Like,
Oh, they do costumes.
Around here?
I'm telling you, the way them girls be naked, but it be like classy too at the same time. I can't put a grip to it. They be naked though.
True.
Listen.
And it's cute because
nigga, I would have been fucking.
and it's cute because like they
would have been.
They husbands or their significant others get them.
If it wasn't for my husband.
And shit, like my homegirl, she's from St. Kitts, so she go every year with her husband, and they both like dress up. So she have her costume where she be naked, and he have his little outfit on too, and it be like the little boxes that match. It be so cute.
Where your man from, Miggy? What the hell is this?
Wait. What outfit does the man got on?
Tutu, you got married?
No, wait. What outfit does the man got on? Goddamn. I'm not married.
I thought you said you got married.
No, she said
I'm not married.
Oh.
I probably lied. No, I'm not married.
Where's your man from? Where your man from?
Where's he from?
Yeah, where you from?
He's from the same country I'm from.
Oh, word. I know he ain't playing that shit.
No, he's
Put
not.
your fucking clothes on.
No, he don't play about. No.
Anyway, that's not what we were talking about.
Exactly. That's not what we're talking about. Anyway.
Not you snoring. What the fuck you got going on?
I know it's her now. Now I know it's her.
Yeah, I love my nigga. I love
Could
him.
you get your friend under control, please?
I know. I love him. That's my nigga. I love him to death. That's my
You a
nigga.
nigga. See, she said you a nigga. There you go.
Mind you, I've never.
Yeah, the other day, y'all know what was so funny. I don't know. You wasn't here, Jazzy.
That's my nigga. That's my nigga.
Jazzy, you know
And I
Mike.
love him. And I love him.
Okay, alright. Jazzy, you know Mike P that be on here being a fucking
I'm younger though. I'm young.
Nigga. You know what I'm talking about, Jazzy?
Yeah, I know exactly what
Mute up. I'm talking to
I know
Jazzy.
exactly
I'm
what the
talking
fuck
to
you're talking
Jazzy.
about.
I'm talking to Jazzy, not you.
I know exactly what the fuck you're talking
Mute
about. babe.
up. Mute up.
I know exactly what
Alright,
the fuck
let's
you're
go
talking
on
about.
mute though, cause okay.
I know exactly what
Jazzy,
you're
you know
talking about.
who I'm talking
But I'm not
about?
married. I'm not married.
Alright, cause you
I'm
need
not. Fuck that.
somebody. Your clock will be button.
Yo, what the fuck you got, home?
I ain't married.
Two.
I'm trying to get her to shut the fuck up. You're not helping me.
I'm not married. Like, what is going on with you?
That's the mindset.
Listen, I ain't never been married and I never had
No,
kids.
okay, we got it, man.
Two.
We got it.
And I never had kids.
We got it. Thank
I'm
you.
tired.
I
Bitch,
never
I'm
had a
motherfucking
baby and
tired.
I've never been.
Thank you for that information.
I've never been in a relationship.
Okay, mute up.
Anyway,
I don't
we're not doing
care.
that. Yeah, period.
Alright.
America is Israel's bitch. And then, to the Trump supporters, I wonder if they regret it. If they regret the decision voting for Trump. That's another thing. I don't know, man. Hey, what's up, Zero? How you doing, man? Assalamu alaikum. We had that Kurdish guy here earlier, mentally retarded person, man. Seriously. Such an idiot. And apparently this Kurdish guy, he kept on making claims, and he claimed to be a Muslim, he believes in a Jewish state, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, how do you do that, man? Anyways, if anybody want to come up, you guys welcome to come on up as well. There are a lot of reports. Let me see. What else do we have? Let's see what Haaretz is reporting. So Netanyahu is counting on Hamas to refuse his demand so Israel's takeover can begin. IDF warns Netanyahu government's demand to demolish Gaza City could take over a year. MK Lieberman on offer to form joint government with Netanyahu, meant to save Benny Gantz. That's a member of, that's a former, I believe, defense minister, but not the hostages. IDF blew up booby-trapped houses in Jabalia, opened fire east of Gaza City. Anyways, what else do we have? What else do we have? Okay. The starvation is everywhere. Virtual tours of Gaza clinics expose the scale of the horror. This is reported from the Gaza. So if you guys read the Haaretz newspaper, it actually gives out a little bit more true news. You know, it's a Israeli newspaper, but it's like a leftist. You know, they're pretty much anti-Netanyahu. And I think they're anti-war, and some of these people are even anti-Zionist. I'll give you guys an example. There's a Haaretz publisher, one of the publishers, he was at the London conference about 4 or 5 months ago. He goes, Hamas are resistant fighters. They should put sanctions on Israel. And he said they are fighting for their rights. So that makes you want to think that this person is probably. So what ended up happening in return was Israel put sanctions on Haaretz. They said you're not going to be getting any more government contracts from us. So much for democracy. One side you're saying, oh, we offer democracy, freedom of speech, this and that, but now, what else do we have? What else do we have? GHF launches program for Palestinians to pre-register for aid packages. They're just going to kill more people, man. These demonic. GHF stands for Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, which is run by Israel and America. It comes in for the funding part, but there's a former guards of GHF. They came out. There's 2 or 3 testimonies. They say that while people are coming to collect the aid, they would shoot them and kill them, and they would laugh at them. This is the demonic Zionist entity we're dealing with. And then we still have people on this fucking app. They're trying to, protect and, defend their fucking position. No. I don't know how much more they have to defend. And I think it's in their fucking blood or whatever, the Jewish supremacy. No matter what, we're the chosen one, and we're going to defend this, this nation, regardless of committing crimes. I mean, if you support Israel, fuck it, you support Israel, but at least call out the atrocities that I don't support this bullshit, this fucking starving children. I don't support this genocide. At least call all the shit out. They know for a fact if they start calling it out, it would make them hypocrites because the state called Israel was created by ethnically cleansing Palestinians. That's how the state was created. They do not respect the rights of the Palestinians. They look at them as animal and cockroaches. A whole bunch of Zionists throughout the 1947 up till now, they've called them grasshoppers, cockroaches. If I go through the Zionist, quotes, right? It's available on my website. If I go through them, you're going to be like, what? The Zionist fuckers, they've called them cockroaches and a whole bunch of shit. 2-legged or 4-legged cockroaches, and they call them grasshoppers and what else? Let's see. What else do we have? So we got, stop the genocide. Thousands of Jews, Arabs rally in Tel Aviv against Gaza war hunger. We got the Jews hanging posters of Israeli hostages hit with paint amid clash at German protest camp. Let's see. So Europe, Arab states are asleep. Soon anything that moves in Gaza will be killed. Now this is opinion coming from Haaretz. So Haaretz, it's sort of like a Propali thing, and they're leftist. Netanyahu's team keeps harassing Israeli army chief, but he brought one problem on himself. Let's see what the problem is. A state of constant friction exists between IDF Chief of Staff Eyal Zamir and Benjamin Netanyahu and his people amid. Let me open up the paywall on this article and let's check it out. What it's about. All right, I'll put the link in the chat for you guys if you guys want to read up on it. I like the newspaper; it's pretty good. Yeah, Rav, I don't know what the deal is, brother. Maybe it is, maybe, but don't worry. El Normo has gotten doxxed by Pepe and a whole bunch of people recently. So El Normo is gonna go on silent mode. He's gonna hide in the fucking sewer where he belongs. A fucking asswipe. A creep motherfucker that asks women for new photos on this app. Is the YouTube video? I'll put it in the chat for you guys. You guys can watch it. Son of a bitch. He comes in here with the incognito account and wants to record my rooms. So according to this article that I posted the link in the chat and removed the paywall for you guys, analysis: Netanyahu's team keeps harassing army chief, but he brought one problem on himself. IDF chief Eyal Zamir appointed a major general to probe the investigation into October 7 failures because he didn't want to look like he was a rubber stamping his predecessors' work. But personal conclusions against individual officers could get in the way of the new offensive against Gaza City. A state of constant friction exists between IDF Chief of Staff Eyal Zamir and Benjamin Netanyahu and his people amid the disagreement over the scope of the planned offensive to retake Gaza City. In fact, Zamir forced Prime Minister to show some flexibility and opt for more modest operation. Zamir is also suffering frequent petty harassment from Defense Minister Israel Katz, who's basing his delay of the senior appointments in the IDF on a freeble excuse of examining the officer's responsibility for October 7 failures. So you guys see this article? They're harassing this guy, right? He wants to investigate the 7th of October. They're trying to shut him down. They're like, fuck you. They're trying to shut him down that, nope, you're not going to be investigating. Because if the investigation goes in, and if they start questioning all these officers and whatever, one by one, the fingers will be pointed at Netanyahu and a whole bunch of these psychopaths. So it's good. It's in the process of self-destructing. That's what needs to happen, right? It's just like a virus. The virus, attacks it from the inside, from within, right? Let's say you get COVID. COVID would start attacking you from inside, and that's the biggest enemy you would have, not from the outside, from within. According to Ehud Olmart's statement, Ehud Olmart was a former Israeli prime minister. He said it. He said, Hamas is an enemy, Hezbollah is an enemy, Iran is an enemy, but the biggest enemy is enemy within. And that is what is going on inside Israel. And let's say, I'll give you guys another example. Let's say if there's no threats coming from outside, right? Let's say they have ceasefire, two-state, whatever, bullshit. And if there's peace, the Israelis, they would start fighting each other. The reason why, because there's no threats coming from outside, but you have Jews that are religious Jews versus non-religious Jews versus atheists versus a whole bunch of other types of people that. Versus a whole bunch of other types of people that live in there, right? They're going to be fighting each other. And this is another reason they don't have a constitution. They don't even know how to define this nation of them, right? Is this a Jewish state, a secular state? Because a secularism, it goes against their religion. You know what I'm saying? You can't have a secularism under a Jewish state. You can't call it a Jewish state and freaking act like a secular state. It's just like America. America cannot be a Christian state and a secular state at the same time. It doesn't work. It contradicts. There's a contradiction there, Because if you go with the religious side, right, it means then you would have to stone the gays, according to Judaism. Then if you go the secular way, then how the fuck is it Jewish state? It just doesn't make sense. But anyways, it's such a confusing thing is to confuse people, man. Anybody else want to come up? You guys welcome to come on up and come off the mic. Zero, did you want to say something, brother? Anybody in the audience want to come up?
No, just paying attention. I'll say, you see that Australia, and they had all those different rallies. That was amazing. You know, tens of thousands of people in different cities in Australia. They're like going off over there, man. I didn't think they were really that way. I thought they were really pro. Everybody was like pro, Zionist. But wow, in Australia, it's crazy right now. Everybody's pro Palestine.
Yeah, yep. Zero. The thing is, the pro-Israeli protests, the numbers are getting lesser and less and less and less. You see what I'm saying? It's like they're getting tired of it. The pro-Israelis, right? They can't deal with the pro-Paddies anymore. In the UK, do you know these sons of bitches, the pro-Israeli lawyers, are sending out letters to the pro-Paddies, and they filed a complaint with the government, right? So the government is going to go after them. The UK government is going to go after all of these, lawyers. And you never know, maybe the licenses might even get canceled. You cannot threaten people. It's in violation of their rights, right to protest. You see what I'm saying? So
in England, it's like the government over there is like just insanely pro-Zionist, insanely.
I know, but it's coming down.
They had another concert with another group of Irish people were up there, and they weren't the only ones. All the other groups started their set with Free Palestine, but these guys said Free Palestine, brought out a flag, and then they cut off their mics, so they couldn't perform. And then they left the stage. Yeah, it just happened. They called the Wally Bangers or something like that, whatever the name was. And so they were like, because they said Free Palestine, had a flag. Oh, I think they also said fuck Israel. That's it. They said fuck Israel. That's the end of it. Put him in jail. Wow.
We got a Pahlavi supporter, Jack. Jack, come on up if you have the balls, little bitch. He's a Pahlavi supporter, bitch. Come on up. He wants to type like a keyboard warrior he is, He's the scum of this earth. Raza Pahlavi. I think we should say that to fucking Raza Pahlavi. Because that guy literally sides with Zionist entity to fucking kill the Palestinian children, Iranian children in Iran. That idiot, and you have people like Jake in the audience, he wants to support a terrorist like Raza Pahlavi. Yeah, I think you should go and, go meet up with Reza Pahlavi, kiss him and do all that crazy shit, you fucker. Disgusting scumbag. Anyways. Yep. Anyways, what else do we have? I think it's a matter of time, Zero, until we're gonna. What is it? I think the more and more pressure is coming. I don't know. Do you think maybe another month until they recognize a Palestinian state? They said in September, right? So we're gonna have to.
Yeah, that's why he's rushing, man. He's trying to get everything done. He's trying to hurry up and take the West Bank. He's trying to hurry up and get everything done over there. Because everybody's going to say Palestine is a state. And then he's going to say, oh, but there is no Palestine now because we took everything. It's all Israel. It all belongs to us now. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to beat the clock.
Yeah, but it's impossible to take over like that because you need a lot of idea soldiers and they're protesting, and he's gonna have to bring in some Jewish people from other people that are Zionist Jews, right, to bring it in to support this disgusting entity, right, that can commit crimes against.
Right, the UN hearing is just in the UN meeting is just in a few weeks, so it's not going to be fought. France is going to do it. Did Australia say they're going to do it? No.
I think
Not
so.
Australia.
Well,
Oh, Australia. We know England said they may do it. I still don't trust England for anything in the world. Canada said they're going to do it. I think Netherlands, right? Also, a whole bunch said they're going to say declare Palestine a state. The next meeting is coming up in 3 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks.
I think we should listen to the national anthem of Israel. I think I'm gonna have to get Shuki to come in here and because we could use that type of energy. Because yep, we need to see. There's let's see. What else is new, is there? I mean, anything happen? So these countries, that's going to recognize. But the issue is, these countries can recognize it all day long. But what is it really going to do on the ground level? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, the people.
There's still going to be.
I was going to say the people are doing better. The unions, the dock workers, even Belgian Airlines. Did you hear about that? Belgian Airlines. The people refuse to load. They refuse to bring the food and to feed the and everybody the friggin' stewardesses they all refuse to work the airline that's flying to the Zionist state. They refused to work the airline, so they had to cancel the flight. That's what's happening. People refusing to board the ship, and when the Zionists try to go to Greece on their little cruise ships, the people are waiting for them at the dock, forcing the ship to leave. That's what's happening. It's the people. The governments aren't doing shit.
Right, yeah. You have to wait and see, what happens. It's just, if they recognize that that's in the state, I mean, that's just, would that make America, I mean, America would probably veto it at the UN, though, What do we do about that?
Yeah, they're always going to be there, man. They're going to be there to the end, dude. They're going to be there. A judge, you hear a judge said that he thought it was, he didn't say that it's illegal, but he got to as far as he could to saying it was illegal to burn an Israel flag. Did you hear that? In America, the court judge said that he felt that it was because it had what they call the Star of David on it. Then you're basically anti-Jewish or anti-Semitic or something if you burn the flag. But he didn't say it's illegal because you can't say that. It's freedom of speech. But he got as far as he could to say that it was wrong, that it was not good to do that. But American flag, you can burn it, no problem. But a Jew flag, you can't. But a Zionist flag in America, come on, man, give me a break.
It's a funny business in America, bro. America, you can do a lot of shit. it comes down to freaking Israel. They try to stop you like in any shape or form. You can't do this. You can't do this. You can't do this because you're Israel. Israel. It's just a bunch of idiots, man.
Yeah, and the politicians that are going on stage. You hear about Wesley Bell, the politician Wesley Bell?
What do you say?
He had a open was it? Well, he gets like I think he gets some of the most money from the APAC. You know, he's like an unknown guy. He they paid for him to defeat the lady in the last election. APAC paid for him to win the election. So anyhow, he was on stage and people were like booing him and stuff in there, and he's trying to explain that it's not a genocide, and people are like, yeah, you get the fuck out of here, you don't represent us. And they gave him a hard time. Wesley Bell, just look it up. Wesley Bell's town hall, and people were just like, and he's trying to, well, I think the October 7, that boo, shut the fuck up, and he's like, he was doing all the party line, all the hospital lines. And the terrorists are Hamas. Boo! It was bad. It was bad. Wesley Bell.
Did you see what Marjorie Taylor Greene tweeted?
Recently, no. What? Maybe I did, but what did she tweet? Maybe I saw it. Maybe I didn't. I don't know which one. She's been tweeting quite a.
Yeah, she's been showing a lot of sympathy for Palestine. She just basically made a long tweet like if someone came to our country or like if some Americans did something bad and they came and started starving our children and killing everyone. Basically like a long post of basically is like if we were in their shoes type thing. And people started going crazy.
Yeah, I saw the tweet when she was talking about not canceling visas for the kids coming over. Was that the one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that ogre bitch, Laura Loomer, which is a reason that, because she complained, that's the reason the State Department started halting visas for kids without limbs to get treatment here.
Did you see her sit down with Megyn Kelly?
Taylor Greene or Laura Loomer?
No, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and you didn't see that one with Megyn Kelly?
No.
Oh man, you gotta see it because now they're calling Megyn Kelly anti-Semitic.
Oh really? Megyn Kelly came around. Was it on her podcast?
I'm not sure. I'll try to find. I'll find it. It's very easy to find. Oh, it was a good one, man. And she said that I've been invited by multiple, friends, everybody to come over there. To come to Israel, and I'm like, no, I'm not going. And then, oh man, you gotta see this. It was something.
I'll find it.
Let me find it. Okay, yeah. It was Marjorie Taylor Greene and Megyn Kelly together. And since then, oh man, they just came. Right away they attacked her left and right, up and down. I think your friend you just mentioned, Laura Loomer, wants her like dead and buried, and it's crazy, man. They went after Megyn Kelly like there was no tomorrow.
Yeah, because Megyn Kelly is one of those. She's a Zionist for a long time. She was pushing the mass rape hoax for a while, even up to recently. Megyn Kelly and MTG.
Found it?
Yeah. Marjorie Taylor Greene probably kick my ass. This woman's built like a bodybuilder.
Like they seem to.
What's funny is she's so thin in this interview. You talk about built. You say she's built like a what?
No, Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Oh, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Oh, I was thinking Megyn Kelly. She looks like that girl in the sports in high school. And if you throw her like the ball, she doesn't know how to catch it and hits her in the face. She just looks so doofus. She's a nice person, but I mean, she just looks like that person. Like, here, catch the ball. Yeah, poof. Oh, you broke my nose.
Yeah. She looks like a lacrosse stick.
But if you look at her, at first, you know, because she looks tall, she looks thin, she could be like a volleyball player. You think she would be like on the volleyball team, but then she just when you see her talk and how she acts, she just looks so, you know, like she can't walk and chew gum at the same time kind of person. Yeah, Marjorie Taylor Greene, she's like, yeah, she looks like she wrestles alligators or shit, you know, down in Georgia. That's where she's from. She looks like she wrestles alligators. So it must be MJT.
She does like CrossFit in her garage. It's not the best ally to have though. I feel like it might, I don't know, it might do some hurt more than it helps because everyone knows her because like a few years ago she was like Jewish space lasers exist.
But again, she does have some MAGA followers, right? I mean,
That's a good point. Yeah, that's if she can sway MAGA voters to the side of anti-Israel. It doesn't even have to be pro-Palestine. It can just be anti-Israel. We just need enough weight on his. Yeah.
America first, yeah. Let them know, man, because your kids are gonna be next, man. You know, your kids are gonna be next. They'll be over there fighting in Gaza. U.S. Army in Gaza.
Do you guys think Iran, Iran, and Israel will go at it again?
Definitely so, yeah. Iran's getting ready. Yeah. They just had a meeting with a guy from Belarus. You know, Putin sent him over, and now Putin's going over. He's gonna take fighter jets with him as escorts. He's gonna go over to Iran. Everybody's getting ready. Everybody knows it's coming. America's trying to be sneaky. You know, they had a couple of ships out there. They had the same one that went after the Houthis. What was that one?
Yeah, the carrier ship. I forget the name.
Yeah. Whatever that one was, that one is over there. They tried to work something out with Armenia. Well, not work something out. Armenia basically got butchered by Uzbekistan. Azerbaijan.
Azerbaijan, yeah.
Yeah, Azerbaijan and America tried to force Armenia's hand, but Armenia right away got bitch slapped by Iran and Putin. And then Putin bombed Azerbaijan's oil pipeline going to Ukraine to let them know, give them an idea. Don't do it. Don't let America come in there and try to settle in that part of Armenia right next to Iran. Iran says, well, we ain't gonna allow it. It's not gonna happen. So America's trying. Look what they're doing with Venezuela. I mean, they sent destroyers and 4,000 Marines for what? It makes no sense at all. What is 4,000 Marines gonna do when this guy's got like what, hundreds of thousands of people wanting to kill Americans? The guy Maduro.
Yeah.
Destroyers ain't gonna do it. Trump is that kind of person, and he just wants to just feel that I can drop a bomb then you'll come to kill him. That's it. So I'll put a bomb on you, and then you'll do whatever I say. He's learning the hard way. Houthis didn't do it. Iran didn't do it. Who you gonna bomb next? Nobody's gonna listen to you, man.
And you know who's just sitting back, watching, waiting for their opportune moment? China.
Exactly.
When China steps in, things are gonna get real serious.
Well, they don't have to step in because they know that it destroys their economy. War. You know, they're not gonna step in. But they've already given stuff to Iran. They landed with like while that 12-day thing was going on, they were landing cargo planes. They don't know what was in them to Iran. And since then, they've been over there and they're negotiating their J-10 jets because first Iran was going to buy them from Russian ones. But Russia was like, well, we need ours because we're in the middle of a war, which is a good thing because I wouldn't have, if I had to choose between the Russian one and the Chinese one. The Chinese one, it's like the economical jet, but it's damn good because it helped Pakistan beat India. You know, that J-10 and then the missile that they use. So they're negotiating purchasing those. They've already gotten the air defense stuff. That I think they got from Russia, the new air defense system. So they know it's coming. So they've looked at the mistakes they made, which everybody would do. You know, if you're in the middle, like if you go into a boxing match and you lose, or if you win, or if it's a draw, you're going to sit down. And say through the football game, you see like in football or baseball, you'll see the guy after the fourth quarter, and he has to go sit on the bench. He's not just sitting there. He's already looking at his little laptop, and he's looking at the moves that were made. And so right away, Iran did the same thing. They sat down and looked at mistakes they made, things that happened. How did they get in? What do we need to close up? And what do we need to do this? So they're getting ready. They know it's coming. They did a lot already. In those 12 days, if they had 12 more days, all they needed was 12 more days. I mean, they would have wiped that friggin' place out. It's not big. It's like the size of what? Friggin'
New Jersey
or something? Yeah. That's it. So, and then you have the major cities. You're not even looking at you're not going to bomb the fields. So you're looking at half of the size of New Jersey now. Tel Aviv, Haifa. I mean, that's where everything is at. Everything's in those cities. The military bases, the naval bases, everything is there. So if they had 12 more days, it's all they needed, man. But
yeah, they should have kept going. I think they made a calculated decision because it was a little bit of a gamble for them. So Iran wanted to do something that they were more confident in. Wait on China, get some more supplies. I'm looking forward to this military parade that China's going to have on September 6th. Apparently, they're going to show off some new toys.
Trump's parade was a blast, wasn't it?
Yeah, Marco Rubio.
The people were showing the parade. They said this parade is so quiet, you can hear the tank squeaking, like going down the road.
Yeah,
it's true. It was so quiet, man. You could hear the oh man, it was a pity. That was a shame. He really embarrassed himself. But he's used to being embarrassed, man. And he makes it look great anyway.
Anyways, anybody want to come up? You guys welcome to come on up. I wonder what Nazim is. You want to come up, Nazim?
Someone came on stage a second ago and then they just left.
Oh yeah? Who was it?
I don't know. He had an Arabic name, but I was looking at his bio. You look, I don't know. You should kick everyone that's sleeping. General sleeping, Mosin sleeping.
That's okay.
Lonzo.
Leave it.
Yeah, but a
But
lot
we
of
let them
times,
sleep here.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, a lot of times that's what they'll do so they can get back in. Sometimes, we
Yeah,
don't
even
about this time of the day.
even on their sleeping gear, their followers come in here. You know, people that follow them, Josh.
Yeah, true.
So some people they might follow that I don't follow, right? They might jump in here just to listen to the conversation or maybe contribute. So you know, people been sleeping here a long time, man. It's a normal thing.
I fall asleep in the room sometimes. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, I've fallen asleep in some different rooms. Even in this room, I've fallen asleep while moderating. You know, I wake up hour later, they're still fighting.
You left earlier.
I left for about.
Sometimes that's what I do. If I come into a room and I know that I can't stay, I'll still come up on stage because I know when I do come back, sometimes Amir's asleep and I can't get in.
Yeah, no, it happened to me. I think once or twice you were in the audience. I couldn't bring you up, brother. You know, I fell asleep. I was like, what? My eyes just closed.
I'll come in, I'll come on stage and then I'll go away like I gotta do whatever I gotta do. And if you're still there later, I'll come in. If you're asleep, it doesn't matter. I can get on stage.
That's why the Zionists are pissed off, Zero. You know, I've been running these rooms for 10, 12 hours a day, sometimes 14 hours a day, and they can't run it constant. They're literally fighting right now. You know, Normal got doxxed again for the 5th or 10th time. Yeah.
Really?
But doesn't he dox himself? Don't we know everything about him? Like he's a.
We have everything, but what he did is he actually disrespected one of the women's husband. He died while serving in the military, right? And apparently JB and Normal they disrespected her husband because Pepe went after that Mojo, that Roger Mayhem character, right? Because Roger Mayhem was the one that started it. Roger Mayhem said John Kitover's campaign is fraud. It's a freaking he's sketchy. I mean, John Kitover, all he does, look, he's in the audience right now, all the way at the bottom. He's recording my room and streaming it on YouTube. You see what I'm saying? He's just a son of a bitch, and he likes to stream my rooms. He's Israel. He supports Israel. He's a Zionist. I don't know if it's. I think he is. I think he is Jewish because he was teaching the Torah classes the other day. And
that's the Torah. The Torah.
The Torah. You guys read the Torah?
I don't get it. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't want to be religious, but sometimes when they talk about having like Torah class or Bible class, I go, what can you be discussing? I mean, forget it. Let me leave that alone.
Just leave it, brother. You know, we're not here to mock anyone's religion. Leave it at that.
Yeah. I won't say it.
So yeah, this.
I mean, I'm not just expecting it.
So what Mojo did, he kicked him out, out of his room, right? That's how the beef started. That Mojo character should not have kicked Pepe out, because I think Pepe is attached to Mojo, right? And yep, and Mojo disappeared. By the way, after he got doxxed with his bitch and everything, he disappeared, and he's a Islamophobic piece of shit, son of a bitch. Mojo, Roger Mayhem.
Is this the room that he runs? Is it called In the Muff?
Yep, that's it.
No wonder. So yeah, that room has been popping up for me again, but it hasn't before because like the second day that I came back to Clubhouse, he blocked me. He's like the first enemy I made.
Why did he block you?
I went in there and I was like, it was one of the first rooms I went into when I came back on Clubhouse.
What did he say?
Well, it started with me. I came up on stage and it's basically Israel-Palestine. I was like, well, I'm someone who supports Palestinian resistance. I don't go soft. I'm not like one of those guys who's like, oh, Hamas is bad too. And then he just got really mad. And then there's this other lady. She's a lawyer. I think her name is Abby. And,
she's very sensitive as well. She has me blocked for no reason.
Yeah. I was like, the thing that really triggered them was, I was like, because they brought up rape while they were yelling at me, mass rape, and I was like, can you name the victim? Like, can you name one? Can you name a victim that was raped on October 7th? And she goes, they got quiet, and for a few seconds, she was like, Tina. I was like, Tina who? Tina what? It's obvious that she just made up a name. And then they had to do some Googling, and they tried to bring up Gallup douche, and I was like, no.
Tina Mashakova. That's the one. And
Gallup douche. Hang on. What about Gallup douche, Josh?
They brought up Gallup douche, which pisses me off because I was like, you're saying Gallup douche was raped, and forensics and later reportings in her own family said that she wasn't. That it would have been impossible for her to have been raped.
All right. So in other words, they don't have a name, so it's impossible to find a name of a rape victim.
Yeah, and it was so funny the other day with Gris. I asked Gris the same question, and he started scrambling on Google, and he brought up Mia Shem. He's like, look, Mia Shem was raped. I was like, read the article. She was raped by an Israeli fitness trainer after she was released.
And where is he at? I bet you he's not in jail, is he? Hell no.
I think he's in jail.
Yeah, probably is, because Mia Shem was a hostage, so they might take that more seriously. But he probably only got like 5 years or something.
Yeah, but I believe that it's very hard for them to swallow this bill because look, Israel has done such a good job. Even without the name, they've spreaded this narrative about Hamas rapes and this and that. But where's the victim? We need the name. I asked this question to I think 2 people. I forgot the name a long time ago, right? And one of them got really triggered. I actually asked this question on Twitter Space, and I used to be on there. And fucking, no name, man. And that's where they lose the argument. They're like, okay, they didn't do the rape. I said, even the UN came out with it. They don't have a name. Where's the fucking name?
I mean, the correct and official talking point for that answer, the Hasbro talking point, is that they couldn't get any names because they buried the victims too quickly, so they couldn't retrieve any evidence. And then the other one is that they're not disclosing the names because it would bring shame to the family. I'm like, okay, that's possible, but how? Like, you can't get a single name, but you're claiming mass rape. Like, okay, it might be possible that they're like 1 or 2, like some sick bastards, probably not part of Hamas, like just some sick bastard civilian criminals.
Bro, it's a rape party, Josh. Rape party. They're popping pills.
Yeah.
That's rape party.
That's the other thing with Shani Luke. They're like, oh, they stripped her naked. I was like, no, shoot, that was her rave outfit. She was wearing the same thing from the rave. Shani Luke, the girl with the dreadlocks.
It's Abby blocked me, right? Because I share, Ace and Abby, they had beef on Twitter Space, and apparently Abby is into doxing business. She tried to dox a few people on Twitter, gave her them threats. Ace is a lawyer, right? Abby claims to be a lawyer. We don't know if she's a lawyer. And Ace called her out, and she said, according to this such and such law, you cannot dox people. It's against the law. Why are you giving them threats? You could lose your license from the bar, this and that. And from that day they had beef, and she even sent her messages and went back and forth. It was heated, and then I think she blocked Ace, and then even on this app she blocked Ace. You see what I'm saying?
Zionists seem to have an immunity, like that guy Shai Davidi from Columbia University. He was doxing students, pro-Palestine students. And,
they have that group called the Canary Mission. You heard of that, right?
Canary Mission, and Bitar does it as well.
Yeah, like it's a big deal. Not a big deal. I'm surprised that Americans just don't. I mean, if this shit were me, I'd be in court, like just trying to get money every time off of these people. They mess with me, my constitutional rights. Let's go to court. every time they come to court to sue them. It's like people aren't doing that. It's like they're defending themselves. They go to court to defend themselves, but you should be on the offense. As soon as they have arrested, okay, your court date is August 31st. On August 21st, I already have them in civil court. Even before I go to criminal court, we're going to be in civil court contesting, why you arrested me or kicked me out of the school or whatever you did to me that's against my constitutional rights. You just go right to court. There's money in it. That's how you teach these people a lesson, man.
Daydreamer says a lot of Israeli women have fantasies about being raped by Hamas. I don't know about that, but like Israelis definitely have like an obsession with like sex and stuff. Yeah, I know it's a joke, but I'm not joking when I say that Israelis are like obsessed with like with sex and stuff like that, and raping prisoners.
I know. As soon as you said that, I don't know why I thought of Ariel. Remember Ariel? Where'd he disappear to? I mean, every time, man, you say something, he takes it to the sex. He'll say something sexual, something homosexual, but still.
Royal has a clip of him. I mean, you guys probably have it too, of him harassing anti-Netanyahu protesters in Israel and being like, "Oh, you're just like giving in to the goyim. You guys are just like the goyim." Did you guys hear that one?
No, I didn't see that one. No. Netanyahu thinks that he's going to defeat them now after 2 years of trying. He's going to go into Gaza with 60,000. I don't think he has 60,000 that want to go fight anymore.
I heard 80,000, and yeah, I don't think.
Heard it, but then lately it's been going down to 60. Now it's 60, 60, 60. All I hear is 60,000. But yeah, that's what I first thought I heard was 80,000. Like you said, I thought I was going crazy. I heard 80 the first time. Now it's down to 60.
Hello, hi everyone.
Hey,
What's up, Daydreamer?
Hi. When you imagine peace between Palestinians and Israelis, peace means for Israel means political issues, social issues. It means a distraction for what they have right now. I mean, even before the 7th of October, there was no peace. There was like more settlers, more land theft. It was like a Cold War. And there is like the right wing and the religious people. They're like a whole sum of the population. These people, like, their opinion about Israel, their political opinion, their opinion about their citizenship is connected to the war with the Middle East, the war with the Palestinians. If there is peace, all this aggression and all these problems will be redirected to the Israeli society. I don't know how you guys can imagine a peaceful Israel, but Israel, if there is peace, it will dissolve or it will be destroyed from the inside. What do you think about that?
I think we're watching that happen now. Yeah, the Israelis, they're polarized now.
Yeah, the rats are eating each other.
Yeah. But I was listening to an Egyptian author talking about scenarios of how Israel can be defeated. Most Israelis, they have second home and they have another options. They're in Israel because for them it's better opportunities and better quality of life, which is true. Uh, there is two or three factors, which is the security instability, which is constant war, economical instability that comes with it, and of course, the huge political polarization between the left and right. Just these three factors will destroy the idea of the safe Jewish state. So I think Israel will be defeated and will be destroyed from the inside by time. And it doesn't matter how strong they appear right now; they're very fragile. And the right wing knows that. Netanyahu knows that. It's like their last fight.
Yeah. You gotta dig. All you gotta do, you gotta dig into the numbers. Like I do. I mean, Amir knows. I mean, I have a lot of facts that I have on these people about the economy. About the shekel. About the fact that a lot of the tech people who basically are responsible for 30% of the taxes of that country have left and are leaving that country. They're going to other places. Then I also have a statistic that in this year alone, 1,700 millionaires have left the Zionist state, causing the city of Tel Aviv to drop in the rankings of the richest cities of millionaires. So it caused them to drop in the rankings. But 1,700 millionaires said, "Look, I got the money, I have everything I need, and I can go anywhere. So I'm going to Portugal." They leave. The only ones that are stuck there are these people who are collecting from the government, getting all that different welfare stuff and all that, or they have the little shops. And how many shops closed in the last 3 years? I think it's like 40,000 small businesses closed. So it's like, yeah, those who can leave are leaving.
Yeah, so it will does its purpose at a geopolitical level by being a strong ally to the US, Europe, and whatnot. But the long term, it cannot be a stable state with a stable population. I think will decline very fast.
I think they'll have to concede at some point to save themselves. So we'll probably end up seeing like a two-state solution. But unfortunately, I don't know if that will last. But yeah, I think that Israel's left might come into power, concede. Hopefully they at least pay reparations and pay to help rebuild Gaza.
Amir will tell you. Amir's got the facts on that. He says the left is as bad as the right.
Yeah, well, and bad in the sense that they're not as extreme.
Your hatred of Palestinians and willing to kill them.
Yeah, but I think the left is more willing to concede to recognizing a Palestinian state. the left is troublesome in that it's more like a psyop because they want peace, but they still want their settlements, or they still want the state to exist. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, the hard part is going to be, see, this are the two things I'm looking at. Number one, on their side, like you just said, settlements and stuff, right? They want to just take everything and say, okay, there can't be a Palestinian state because we took everything, which doesn't make sense because you can still have a Palestinian state. People who are in the Palestinian side have to decide if they want to throw away their Israel passport and get Palestinian passports, which they won't do, or pack up and leave. You know, if you want to be a bitch about it, you probably blow up the buildings too, because you don't want the Palestinians to get free housing. That's fine, but get the fuck out. That's one. But on the other side, the Palestinian people, you know, at least the ones in Gaza, the ones in, you know, the West Bank, most of them have already been, what's the word, castrated. They've already been castrated. But the ones in Gaza, they don't want to give up weaponry. And I'm sure that the Zionist state will say, well, if you do a state, they have to be like everybody else that we castrate. They can't have any weapons for protection. We must be allowed to go in anytime we want. It's just going to go back to maybe how it was back in the 40s and 50s when they first started attacking in the West Bank. They'll just go back to those days. And they'll, oh, well, the guy, you know, we have to go in there with some troops and we got the guy, we killed 10 people, blew up 3 buildings, but we got the guy now, he's in jail. I mean, they'll start doing that all over again because there's no way of defending yourselves. If Hamas gives up all their weapons, then they know that. It's the same, you know, same thing with Lebanon. Even though Hezbollah did some stupid things and didn't fight when they were supposed to, they should not have done a peace deal. But even today, they say, we're not giving up our weapons because if we do, then we're defenseless. Because you, Lebanon, the government, you can't defend us against them. If we give up everything, they'll come across the border every other day with an excuse as to why they have to bomb something or kill people. So how is Hamas going to give up everything? So to me, that's the 2 points: is that they want to do all the settlements and everything, which that could be corrected. But on the Hamas side, I mean, you know, Hamas, not just Hamas, PIJ, you know, all the different groups there. I can't see them saying, okay, then we'll all just lay down our arms and become a state. Do you see that? I don't see that.
It's impossible. It's impossible. But keep in mind that the Israeli population have elected Netanyahu 6 or 7 times because they need this aggressive approach towards Palestinians. They need this unfairness. They want it. Because otherwise, they know it will be like, I don't know how to describe it. But, I mean, of course, Netanyahu will resign after this war, in a way or another. But I don't think the left will rule. There will be another Netanyahu, because otherwise it wouldn't be in their benefits as a state or as a population. So again, Israel stands on the aggression and war. Otherwise, it will be destroyed from the inside.
I mean, like, they burn their boats. You know, it's the old expression when some of the Spanish came to Mexico. Well, what is that below Mexico? With the Aztecs and all that. I forget the name of the country. Anyway, when they landed, they burned their boats, so they wouldn't have to, so they couldn't leave.
You mean the Inca civilization?
Yeah, down there south of what's that country south of Mexico? Yeah, I can't remember it. There's so many people I know from that area.
Peru?
No, that's in South America. Just below where they are, with the
Panama.
I've been having that all day. I've been coming up with words I couldn't simple words that you know. I I just haven't been able to come up with it. Like,
It's okay.
it's right, the country right below Mexico, where they were. What do you call that group? Who are those? The Aztecs?
Yeah,
Aztecs?
probably.
Or the Mayans. The Mayans.
The Mayans,
Maya. Yeah, the Mayans. The Mayans. They're in oh my God, the simple name. So funny. But anyway, the point is they burned their ship. You know, they burned their ship, so they couldn't try to go back to Europe. That's basically what these people did. You know they don't want to go back to Europe. You know, Netanyahu and the rest of them, they don't want to go back.